Yo, what's up guys? This video we're going to talk about why you should document your weight loss journey and how it'll make losing weight and getting in shape much easier for you, and why I should actually start doing this too. So I will. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to start documenting mine and why you should do it too. Okay, so we're going to talk about that right now. I would point at the camera, but I'm holding it with both hands. Okay, so before we get into that, if you like videos like this, little non-mainstream health fitness stuff, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, almost there. Can taste it, almost there. Also, go check out my digital marketing channel. I talk about digital marketing, really just basically like film myself working and narrate what I'm doing, so you guys can kind of like get a hands-on like view of like what I'm actually doing and what goes into like digital marketing, basically. Okay, and also check out the description for links to my other social media pages. Follow me on Instagram. I'm very active over there recently. I post stories like 20 times a day, kind of just like vlogging on my Instagram stories about like what I'm doing in Tokyo. So if you want to get like a more personal look into like what I'm doing and less like do this, do that, then follow me on Instagram. Cool? Okay, so yeah, why you should document your weight loss journey. All right, now I got this idea from Gary Vee, Gary Vaynerchuk, who, if some of you guys don't know who he is, he's like one of these, like, for lack of a better explanation, he's like a marketing guru who basically like has all of these, I think, very fresh ideas about what it takes to be successful. He basically like came from nothing. Like he used to work at a liquor store for his dad or something, and like was making like minimum wage basically. It doesn't come from money. And I think he's like a billionaire now. He's like worth mega bucks. And essentially his whole, if I had to like sum up what he says in like a soundbite, I would say that it basically comes down to create massive amounts of content and put it on social media to like get your name, brand, company out there, right? One of the things that he says is that like before you're a lawyer, before you're like selling products online, before you're like whatever it is that you do or that you think you do, you're a media company. Okay, that's like his thing, all right? And I think he's got some very fresh ideas, but basically the reason that I'm talking about this and pumping him up so much is because he says, you know, in order to be successful, to like get to his levels of success, you need to create so much content that you essentially have like no chance of losing. Right, so he's on like, I don't know, like basically every social media platform, and the guy posts like, I don't know, for example on Instagram, he says that you need to post like 20 stories a day on Instagram and Snapchat, right? Just to like give you an idea. And I think he literally like has a camera follow him around all the time, and he just like vlogs about all of the stuff that he's doing. Now he's rich, he's got money, so he can like afford to do that, but for like normal people like us, can't really do that, but you know, do what you can. Okay, now the reason that he says this is such a good idea is because he's able to like document the entire process of what he's doing, and it takes the pressure off him having to like be an authority on something, right? He doesn't really necessarily have to create anything that's like good in terms of like being polished or being done properly. Like a lot of his videos are like shaky camera and like him cursing, like wearing like sweatpants and like a beanie. Like it's very low production value, but because he puts out so much of it and he's so authentic, like that's really what it comes down to, is that he's just really authentic when it comes to his communication style. And he's a very big like advocate of like hard work, right? Hard work and like massive amounts of effort. So what does this have to do with documenting your weight loss journey? Well, like the way that this kind of opened my eyes is because I create a lot of content anyway. So I was like already on board with like creating lots of content, but I found it sometimes difficult to come up with ideas of what to create, right? Now, like I'm pretty creative. I can come up with a lot of ideas, and like I don't think I was in any danger of like running out of ideas anytime soon. But when you're able to, like when you can fall back on the notion that you're just documenting your progress, you're not like, you don't have to create this like useful piece of content that like delivers like a certain tidbit of information like SEO optimized and like keyword specific, it opens up a completely new range of things that, you know, content that you can produce. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, well, I don't create content, like I don't want people to know like anything about me, like why would I want to document my weight loss? Like I'm already embarrassed about how I look. Like I don't even want people to see me like in my, you know, sweatpants and sweatshirt, like going to the supermarket. Well, I think that the benefit in that case for you would be that when you document your weight loss, you'll be much more motivated. And okay, so when you document your weight loss and like put it out into the world for other people to see, right, you're much more motivated to continue on that path, right? Which is one of the reasons I think why, you know, Snake Diet Guy says that you need to post accountability pictures, right? Because if you don't post those pictures, then number one, you can't really see like how far you've come. But number two, like, you know, getting all of that motivation from other people and like having them cheer you on and like say encouraging things to you. And like, you know, on YouTube, for example, like stay updated on your progress, like just giving you like encouraging comments, right? It's very motivating. And like, you're actually more likely to do what it is you claim you want to do if you kind of go public about it and announce to the world that you're documenting it. I can't think of this guy's name, but there's another like famous YouTuber who's like, he's like some famous like New York real estate guy. Looks kind of like Ashton Kutcher. I don't know his name, but my friend showed me his videos. And he, like, same thing. He started out on YouTube like 7-8 years ago. He was a total bum with like shaggy hair and was like super awkward. And now if you see him, he's like, God, that's annoying. Anyway, now if you see him, he looks like this like total baller, like wearing like, you know, $1,000 suits and, you know, making millions of dollars, like doing real estate in New York. Like you would never know the difference. And he started out just documenting his progress, right? So like, and this is something I struggle with too, like especially on my like less commercialized social media accounts, like my personal Facebook. Like I don't like promoting myself or like, you know, posting stuff on my personal Facebook about like it's hard for me even to like promote articles that I've written or like videos that I think are really good over there, just because I don't want to come across as like that guy who just like shamelessly self-promotes himself. That's what I thought. But then I looked at like, you know, I thought, all right, does Gary Vee think that about himself? Like, is he shy or nervous to like promote his own shit like everywhere? No, of course not. Because on the one hand, like, you know, you claim to want this very incredible life, let's just call it that literally like 0.00001% of the human race could ever hope to live. Like, I'm sorry, you're not going to get there from behind the scenes, you know? You're not going to get there without like literally committing 100% and putting everything that you have into it. Now again, obviously, like maybe you don't want that for yourself, or you claim to not want that for yourself. Maybe you want just like a reduced version of that, like to lose a couple pounds for summer and get that 6-pack, or like be able to fit into a size 2, or like, I don't know, whatever it is. But just know that wherever you are, you'll get there much faster and probably stay there longer if you document the journey and, you know, show the documentary to everybody, right? Like weight loss is like a very hard thing for a lot of people. So even if you like sell real estate, or you're like, I don't know, a lawyer or something like that, and you show people how you lost a bunch of weight, you'll probably get more business, because people will want to talk. They're more likely to want to talk to you because of that other like peripheral thing that you've done. Okay, so like, I know it's weird, like it was weird for me being on camera right now, but now like I'm in the middle of a park with probably like, if I look around now, probably 50 people here. They're all Japanese, so they don't understand what I'm doing anyway. I'm probably just a dumb foreigner to them. But I don't care, you know, it doesn't bother me anymore, right? And that's how I am now. Like maybe someday I'll be like on stage, like speaking to people, right? Maybe it's a pipe dream, maybe it's a fantasy, or maybe like this video will be like in a clip, you know, before like I come on stage, and I'll be talking about like, yeah, maybe I'm in a park, blah, 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 sleeping at internet cafes in Tokyo. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's my video. If you guys like it, click subscribe. Check me out on social media, links in the description. Check out my digital marketing channel. Lots of cool stuff over there as well. Peace.